couldn't be more deserving. You got me cloud surfing, cloud surfing, cloud surfing. You got me.
Oh, groove.
Hey, you all.
Welcome back to Love Hers 808. Thank y'all for joining us.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful Sunday.
It is. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
For sure.
Yeah, that smoothie is really...
We
Looks
drinking,
tasty.
we are drinking our cacao smoothies. So we need to get some more sea moss to make it like fully complete with all the essentials, but
And some bladder wax.
some bladder white, yeah, we do. But
Still
it's pretty
delicious.
tasty, guys.
Pretty tasty. Tasty and nutritious. Nutritious and delicious.
It's nutritious and delicious. And it's just simple oat milk, frozen bananas,
Yeah.
right? And cacao, right?
Yeah.
Flaxseed,
Yeah. You throw some of the ashwagandha in there.
ashwagandha,
Gotta have the ashwa.
maca,
Yeah.
matcha,
Maca.
and I think a little bit of cinnamon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
Last time you put shaved coconut in there.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you were big.
Oh,
She was fancy.
I was fancy, just a little fancy.
Fancy, huh? You fancy.
You fancy.
Oh, how are you all doing? How's your weekend going? It's been a great weekend for us. It's been a great weekend. We got to you did something amazing yesterday. What'd you do?
Oh, yes, with Eat the Cake Band, we had
Yeah.
a super duper opportunity to go out to Treetop Studios in Frederick, Maryland. Really, it's with Newmarket, Maryland. I've never been to Newmarket, but it's pretty. I liked it because it's dope. Dope, like if you like being around nature, surrounded by nature. So we checked out Treetop Studios where we did a live studio recording. So that'll be coming out probably in about 6 weeks. Because they do things in advance. But we got the opportunity to perform live in the studio, and they recorded us, and we had the lighting and the fog lights and the engineers. And it was totally dope.
It looked amazing.
Yeah.
The footage you showed me this morning was really great.
Yeah, check it out on our story on follow us on Eat the Cake Band page, and you can see some of the behind the scenes footage. And
Eat the cake. Oh man, God's grace! It sounds like we were making a commercial for the smoothie. It kind of did, right? Kind of.
I know, right? Because we probably eventually end up having our own line and
Probably.
all the
Smoothie
stuff.
line.
All right, every time because we always like having breakfast or brunch when we shoot. So look, ideas.
All these great ideas, they flow to and through us, don't they?
Yes, and then you, baby, you had.
Yes, I was.
you had going on?
I was a bridesmaid for my dear friend Elisita's wedding. So
Beautiful.
we went to and celebrated their love at their wedding reception yesterday and had an amazing time.
Oh, it was beautiful.
It was so much
And
fun.
baby looked gorgeous. Well, if y'all look on the page, we took some pictures and look in the story. We got some footage in there from the joint. She was gorgeous.
Thank you. You're so
Absolutely.
sweet. You're so sweet. Yes, and what else did we do? Which is why, this is the mission, right? Part of the mission, if you choose to accept it. We saw... Jeanette, we know it's you. We were just using your name on Instagram. We know who you are, cousin. We know it's you. We also saw The Woman King.
Ooh!
OMG.
So what's the mission?
Oh, the mission, if you choose to accept it, is to go see The Woman King.
Hell yeah.
Especially today, because we know how the box office numbers work, right? When the first weekend usually is where they want to see the numbers, where they need to see the numbers, right? So
Dope.
You still have time. It's opening weekend.
Opening weekend.
Please go support this amazing all-woman cast. You have to see it, Jeanette. Everybody must see this movie. everything from the costume design to the score of the film, the soundtrack, the storyline, the plot twist. I mean, these amazing women doing their own stunts. Everything about this film was just absolutely delightful. Seriously. We screamed a number of times in the theater because the scenes were so amazing. Starting with the first scene, we were like,
the very first scene, yo, that shit was dope. Yeah, seriously.
Fire.
Like, no. We went to see it Friday.
Yeah,
right?
We did.
And guess what?
We're going to see it again today.
We're going to see it again.
We're going to see it again today. I mean, I saw it. It was amazing. Yes, Jeanette. It was amazing showing. Yes.
Oh, you saw it?
Yes.
Bet.
Yes. It was, oh my gosh, strong, powerful.
It was amazing.
Resilient women. Oh my God.
Seriously. Like, it's like, it went, because me and baby, we like movies, right? Like, we like good
movies,
thoughtfully crafted movies.
She's more of the critic than I am.
You think so? But you're on it too.
I do. I enjoy a good movie, but you are very particular. Don't let there be a movie where the script is decent, but the acting is bad, or the script is bad. Yes, but the actors are good actors. Oh, baby is upset about that.
No, because you know what it is, because I'm a creative.
You're an artist.
Right? I'm an artist. And I don't make movies.
Yeah.
But when I find movies that I love,
you respect
it inspires me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just amazed at the talent that it takes for these people to create a perfect movie, because it seems like it's a pretty hard task.
You know
what I'm saying?
Compared to some other movies.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Because when they nail it,
they nail it.
It's like, what did you tell me about the ethos?
Yes. Jeanette said she cried. I did too.
Oh, baby was,
I did too. I really did. At the end of the movie, I cried because in my mind, so just a mixture of emotions, feeling empowered, because obviously this is part of our story. Our ancestors did this, right? What we come from, right? Who we come from. This was their story. And I also cried because it was so raw and beautiful, and just all of the things that symbolize what it means to find power in pain, right? To find power and passion and purpose in pain. So it was everything. It was absolutely everything. I feel like you were saying something.
Oh, I was asking you that the ethos.
Oh, yes, it had all three: ethos, pathos, and logos, right? And I would have to bring it up to talk about which one is which, but it's all about, it appeals to your ration or your reasoning mind, the emotional aspect. You just connect to it, and not all movies have all three, and all three in such a symbiotic way that creates an environment where you cry at the end. You know what I mean? Where you feel empowered, and a spectrum of emotions. You know, it was so well done.
It was so well done, and like when a creative creates a masterpiece like that, I am just totally inspired. I love it because I know how I know when a movie first comes on, when it gets you in the beginning, you like, oh, so this gonna be good, right? And I like when movies do that, when they get you right in the beginning, and then it doesn't go down. It just keeps going up, like it keeps getting better and better. It's like you don't even want the movie to end, because it's like. And it has twists in it, and I love it when the writing isn't like predictable, because this was, to me, it was not predictable. Right?
What
you say there?
Jeanette, the deep part was discovery for her. We don't want to give. Oh, we
don't want to give it away.
But yes,
that joint was like, plot
So we're
twist.
gonna have to put a spoiler alert on here.
Hello,
Yes,
right.
yes,
Plot twist. Like, and it was a couple plot twists.
Very,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah,
damn.
yeah.
But the
so many.
oh my god,
so
the
many.
action scenes.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Imagine. I'm just thinking about the training that they had to do for this movie.
Yeah.
Cause like they was cut up.
They were.
They played them. I'm telling you, they played them roles like hello.
They
They just
did,
remembering past lives.
Absolutely, absolutely. And
Seriously.
we were so excited about the movie when we came home. We watched we looked for behind the scene footage on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we found one interview where they revealed they did their own stunts.
Yeah. Ain't that crazy?
What? Like all the jumping and the running and all the things, like they did their own stunts.
Yeah,
man.
And, what's our girl name? Main character.
Viola must win an award.
Are you freaking serious?
She must win an award.
I love Viola. I loved her when I first saw her in How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah.
Right? And I was just like, who is this lady?
This lady killing it.
Killing it, right? So I loved How to Get Away with Murder. But I'm telling you, Viola in this movie, dumb. Stupid dumb, yo.
Yeah.
Like, she killed it. But not only did she kill it, her other lead,
cast or
whatever you call
co-stars.
The co-stars, right?
Yes, there we go.
They were in their characters as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we were talking about like how we can't envision anybody else playing.
No, who
And
else?
really any of those roles. I mean, the women
man.
played those roles so well, and especially Viola. Like, I can't think of anybody else who would have done that role justice in the way she did.
Man.
Oh my God.
I love her. She's amazing. She's amazing. And then so I think like what was it? 3 of the cast were like British.
Yeah. Well, the king,
and
no, 4.
4 of them.
4.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all know they got some great actors over there.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's amazing how they can mask their accent. So we didn't even know until we saw the behind the scenes interviews, and they were all talking all beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like y'all not even American.
Right.
And I love it. Man, I loved it. It was amazing. And so we know that. So I have not had the chance when I was looking on YouTube to find the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Right. We saw a lot of like
Propaganda.
Negative propaganda about this movie, like boycott it. And then I saw something about men don't like the women king, and here's the reasons why. I didn't click on none of it because I know that it's clickbait or whatever. What they say?
Jeanette says they made the roles look so real.
Oh,
absolutely.
heck yeah.
They embodied those characters and the
Stupid
storyline. I mean, seriously, I felt like I was there. Like, yes, for real. I felt like I was there in the jungle with them, you know?
Totally.
Oh, so real.
We was in the village. We was behind the wall.
In the village, in the jungle, everywhere.
Yeah,
they were.
yeah.
You know, it was so real, so impactful.
But yeah, so we saw some of the some negative foolishness, and we didn't click on it. But I was very surprised because we came out that movie. I'm talking about people in the theater were clapping, like we were clapping in that joint, like like throughout the movie, not just at the end.
Yeah,
but like you could tell, like everybody was feeling the same way about this movie. Now I do know that from what I read that the whole movie is not based on true history, right? It only has certain aspects, like the homie kingdom is real, and it is based on a West African tribe, the homie tribe, of the women that were warriors.
Yes, all true.
They were all women warriors. That's a real tribe that existed, right? Now, the whole story, no, it's not based on true history, right? So I believe that that's what some people were like having a beef with, like, oh, this isn't our true history. But when the movie came on, it didn't say based on the true story.
It did not.
You know what I'm saying?
At
And
all.
so it didn't mislead you to think
all.
that everything was historically accurate.
Right.
So we weren't looking at it from a basis of this is historically inaccurate. This didn't happen. No, this was the creativity and the mind of whoever was the screenwriter,
the genius.
the genius behind it. You know what I'm
The
saying?
genius behind it.
So what you talking about? Let
Yeah,
me see.
Steve says he's not much of a moviegoer, but I wouldn't go wrong with the movie. You would not go wrong with Steve. If ever you decided to go see a movie, this would be the one to see. I mean, really,
Right.
really.
Right. If you want to see some powerful black
and
women.
some good action and
Kicking ass.
a great storyline. I mean, you can't.
Oh man,
You can't go wrong. But yeah, I like that you clarified, just clarified that. Yes, it was not promoted as a historical, movie about history per se. It wasn't a true story based on a particular character. What they did is they took what was true, which you just mentioned, and then they created a story around it. And that's what great artists do. That's what great creators do, right? Exactly.
The mind. That's why I'm like the mind of creatives, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it was beautifully written.
Yeah.
Beautifully acted out.
Yeah.
Beautiful cinematography. Like I love when it all comes together, man.
The
like,
cinematography.
the cinematography.
Oh my god.
Oh man, just all the things that make a movie. Because I'm not in the movie, so I don't really know all the language all behind it. I just know that when I see a good one, I'm like, this is a good one.
Yeah, it's great.
This is a good one.
Yeah, I listened to the soundtrack.
Yeah, we were listening.
We had the soundtrack playing in the car on the way back from the wedding.
Seriously, and it was like scores.
It was
the musical scores from the movie. We just listening to the sounds in the car, looking like aliens.
Oh man, so good.
Too good.
Steve says maybe I'll watch The Woman King if it pops up on. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Steve.
It's gonna hit all the digital streamings like soon. But I'm sure. I think now that because COVID, coming down and trying to get people out to the movies, that now they're not going immediately on the streaming platforms like they once were.
Yeah.
So that's why they did, exclusively in the theaters. But I know it's going to come eventually. And so when it does, check it out.
Yes, that
Get
is
yourself-
your mission. That's your mission.
Get yourself some good popcorn or whatever it is you like to eat.
You want to tell you snuck your snacks on in there?
How you gonna snitch on the whole wide world? To the whole wide world.
Keep a lookout for her AMC.
Wait, first of all. You see this, right? But first of all, okay. Whose idea was it?
Mine.
Oh, okay, officer. I heard it may be streaming.
on Prime.
Oh, really? Soon?
Yeah,
Okay, bet.
that's what's up.
I should try to put me out there when it's her idea. She was the mastermind behind the whole thing. Ain't that something? They gonna snitch.
So cute.
We did bring all those snacks in there.
We did. Yeah.
Cause I'm, like what we told y'all last episode, I'm still on my cleanse. So it's certain things I cannot eat. I can't eat the normal munchies that I would like in the movie theater. Buttery popcorn and the candy and all of that. So, but my one, it's not really a cheat, but because I can eat it, but it's like, I can eat fries. That's my thing when I'm like, go out to eat. I can get some salad, some greens, all the vegetables, and I'm like, and a side of fries, please.
And a side of fries.
So, I snuck some fries in there.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, you see? I got these fries, you see?
Oh man, but yes, please go check out that movie.
Yeah, because we gonna check it out again today, hopefully. And that's how good it was. Because we sat in the theater. We sat. We was the last ones in the movie theater.
Yeah,
we sat through all the credits.
Right, and stayed to the end.
Stayed to the very end.
Stay to the end.
Yeah, stay to the very end.
Yeah.
All the credits went down. We in there just like chopping it up, like talking about the movie, and we turn around, everybody gone. We like, dang, we the last one. But if that movie would have came back on, we would have sat there and watched it again.
We would have stayed.
Hello? But we went at a late time because I sure enough was looking to see if there was another one coming on after, because we would have snuck back in there. Be like, no, we were not here before.
Right.
So, we look too much like aliens for them to not be like, no, we remember y'all aliens.
Yeah, you guys don't look regular movie goer. But yes. So what was, oh my God, it's so hard to ask this question, but what was your favorite aspect of the movie? Like, what was it? Like, you had to pick, out of the storyline, the characters, the action, the plot. Like, if you had to pick, or is it too hard to pick?
Oh my God.
Because it all made the movie.
It all made the movie.
Or
but,
yeah.
So what? So
the acting, the storyline.
So what was my favorite?
Yes, your favorite aspect of it.
I
know.
It's so good. It's a favorite aspect. I will definitely say one of my favorite.
There you go. That's good.
But I don't want to spoil it for folks.
Yeah.
But one of my favorites was how Viola, how she kind of she had to face her fear, right? And it was like visited in her dream.
Yeah.
And basically, she had to confront herself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when she did that, because this is the thing. It's like she was Viola was the head warrior. So she led the women, right? She was the elder and she trained them up, right? So she was already courageous in that aspect, right? Because when these warriors, they fought like, that basically like their life depended on it, because it did.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And if you died during that combat, it was honored because you died.
Yeah.
Like you died protecting the kingdom.
Yeah.
Right? So that was like they was willing to die. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they already had that courage in that aspect. Mm-hmm. But this took it to the point where she had to have the courage in a personal aspect of her life, a part of her life that she had tried to run away from. Yeah. Right? Because a lot of she had to face it, because a lot of the things, a lot of the ways that the women ended up being warriors for the kingdom was some of them were, a lot of them were captured captured prisoners of war, and
or abandoned by their
families. And so these women never married and did not plan to have children, and because they were warriors, right? So they didn't want to be mixed up with love. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they couldn't take that risk. That vulnerability. So I loved how Viola had to show us her vulnerability, and she had to have the courage.
Yeah. Ooh, that inner strength.
To expose that vulnerability and to feel her feelings, because there was some stuff that was coming out from her past, and then it was brought. You know how the universe will bring that shit right to you,
to your front door, to the front door, and she really couldn't escape it. I mean, she could have, but at that point in her life, she did not want to, and so she had to have another form of courage to even handle that. Absolutely. And if you go watch the movie, then you know what I'm talking about. You'll know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's what makes y'all so perfect for each other. Oh. And the king respected her.
Absolutely.
Yes, he did.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that. I love what you just shared.
Yeah.
Because it kind of makes me think of the persona that so many women walk around with, like this strong woman, like exterior, like I am getting things done, I'm championing all these, whether it's job, personal, whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
However, there are internal things really within self that we haven't really faced.
Yeah.
And on the surface,
Yeah.
it can seem like, we have it all together, because on the surface, to the Warriors, that's how Viola appeared,
Yeah.
right? Like, she was
fearless,
right? However, there was so much pain inside that
Yeah.
she had not dealt with, and as a result, it was weakening her in a way, And what I mean by that is, the dream she was having, right? How not addressing the fear was getting in the way of her really being able to be even more amazing than she already was.
Yeah.
Right.
In a holistic
way. And
Yeah.
so after having done that, after having faced that fear, told her truth, she becomes the Woman King.
Right. She is glad she goes on that mission, right? And then I loved how sometimes, like, it shows how, like, sometimes you have to, like, because, like, the king had his rules. And when she went off to go do her thing, I ain't gonna spoil the movie, but she disobeyed the king. But it was necessary because this was the part in her life where she needed the courage to face that thing that she had been suppressing.
Absolutely.
And sometimes
You gotta break
the
the
rules gotta be broken.
Gotta break the
Of course
rules.
they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of course they do. Because the times are changing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's a certain time in a certain place for certain things, and then those things are needed to be broken to get to the next stage of the evolution.
Right.
And so I loved that aspect too.
Yeah.
That was dope. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, I can't wait to see it again.
Yeah.
For real.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
And I love too, the part about, remember I was telling you how I loved how they showed, let me look at all of my eyes like that, lady. I love how they showed the difference, and because this is in real life, the difference of the women, right? So you had the women warriors,
Yeah.
who were more like in regular life the tomboys. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like they like naturally, structured. The physical physique is a little stronger, taller, harder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Warrior like.
Yeah, just that warrior energy.
Yeah, that warrior energy, which I mean, it is what it is. Every woman is not the same.
Yeah,
And but then
different archetypes.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then you had the women that the king, basically like their concubine,
Yeah,
right?
his wives.
His wives, and they were more so-called feminine. You know what I'm saying? Not looking tomboyish, you know what I'm saying? And they didn't fight, They were stayed in the palace with the king.
It had the babies.
It had the babies.
Yeah.
And I love, like, you can see the difference between that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about you? What's your
For
favorite
sure.
aspect?
Oh man, I mean, you covered so many. So I would say even before, without giving it away, Viola realized what she realized about one of the young ladies in the new young ladies in the camp. There was already a connection there,
Yeah.
right?
It was.
There was already a connection there.
Yeah.
So even though
Yeah.
she didn't know what she would soon find out, there was already an energy between them. And the way that the writers and the producers helped to lead into that without pointing us necessarily in that direction, I thought was phenomenal. Because when it comes out, I mean, you kind of knew it was something.
Something.
But then you're like, oh my, this is what it is. And so I thought that was very well done, because it just reminds us that we are all connected.
Yeah,
There is this common thread that connects all of us. And if we're willing to be open to it, to open our hearts and be vulnerable, you know, we can sense that connection without it having to be defined by anything in particular, right? The energy about it, love, right? Without love. Right. So I really appreciated Love Hers. I really appreciated that there was already something there. You could feel it even though you didn't know exactly what it was. I thought that was beautiful.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah.
We can't give it enough praises.
We really can't.
6 stars.
6 stars. 6 out of 5 stars.
Yes, right? Forget the 5. It's 6, man.
Yeah.
It's 6.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
For sure.
Totally inspired. It just makes me want to go create something great. Like,
Yeah.
I wish I could, like, make movies. Like, you know, like really good ones. But I don't know what that thing is. It's like I don't know. I ain't gonna say you either got it or you don't.
It's those pathos logos.
I know, but it's like
putting it
all together.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. I'm truly inspired by those that can do those type things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And it was a woman who directed it.
It was a woman who directed it. Yes.
Yeah. Just woman power, woman kings. Come on, hello.
King. I love that because I don't know if you guys know that if you guys are into etymology, I love etymology because that's how you get to like the truth of like when you're reading history. Etymology is the study of words, right? So like the etymology of the word queen does not mean that the queen is the equal counterpart to a king, right? They don't equate. In etymology, queen actually meant that you were the wife of a king, and they grouped that into being, sad to say, a whore. Ain't that something?
It is something.
Right? But basically like queen means that you're going to give pleasure. You're for the purpose of pleasuring the king. So it didn't, when I'm talking about when the word first originated, that's what it means. So it did not equate to the equivalent of king, like they were on the same level, right? So a lot of times in history, you will read about like the Egyptian pharaohs, right? Some of the Egyptian pharaohs, kings, were women, right? But they were called kings or pharaohs.
Yeah.
And some people thought they may have been men, but they're actually women.
Yeah.
And they were king. And because king was more of like a title, a crowning that did not have to deal directly with your gender.
Gender, right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
exactly.
it is appropriate to be called king, whether you're male or female.
Absolutely.
And it's actually, if you're going with the original sense, it's actually a slur to be called a queen. You know what I mean? But of course, times have changed, and the words have changed with the meaning of times, which I understand. But when you get into etymology and the origin of words, it gives you a better context when you go back in history and read, and you know what that word meant during that time period. Do not apply the modern meaning to the older meaning because it'll confuse you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Steve says, and if that's the case, how do we explain the late Elizabeth?
Oh man, Steve, don't go there, Steve. Man, I'm not gonna get into all of that, but
the meaning has changed. I mean,
true
to the word,
right? But we also know when you do the history on Queen Elizabeth and the lineage, we know that was a stolen legacy. You know what I'm saying? Go look up Queen Charlotte, who was a Moor, a black woman, right? And then you read her physical description, she was a Moor. Yeah. Which is...
She was melanated.
Melanated woman. You know what I'm saying? So, how did that lineage get taken from her? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then look up the history of the Moorish harems. And that goes more into like what we're talking about, queen meaning whore, because the Moorish harems, the Moors were stealing the European women. You looking at me all like that?
Because I love to hear you talk about stuff like this. Oh,
the Moors were stealing the European women and bringing them in harems and basically prostituting them. But you know that it was the Moors who were the ones who brought the Europeans at that time out of darkness, meaning they showed them how to properly bathe, how to have lights, like lighting, street lighting, and working toilets and all of that stuff, right? So that was a different time period. A lot of people don't know about that. A lot of that history got suppressed.
Yeah,
but
they tried to wash it away.
But it's coming out.
Yeah, it is.
It's coming out. But
and these movies are part of that coming out.
Yeah,
Of stories.
Yeah, because it's no coincidence. Like we were saying when we left.
Yeah,
the Woman King. Like this is the time where the Woman King would be accepted. More than it would have 10 years ago.
Yeah, maybe even 5 years ago. Really,
maybe even 5 years ago. Because and still, like when I was looking at some of the videos that people were making talking about boycott the Woman King, and men were upset about blah blah blah. Like I'm sure, I know it's all clickbait and propaganda, and I'm sure there's some truth in some of it. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what we're gonna focus on. But you know that movie would not be as accepted if it wouldn't be for the times changing and the age of Aquarius and the information that's coming in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
more aware. Learning more about who we really are. You know.
Yeah, because that's when you watch that as a black woman or a black man or black folks, like it makes you want to go and do some more research.
Yes,
you
it
know,
does.
and be proud of your heritage, because woo, that's a lot.
Yeah. And I think going back to Jeanette's point about, you know, she said she cried, and I said I did too. Another reason why I shed those tears was because like you know, being of Haitian descent, you know, both mother and father from Haiti. I don't know if you guys know about the slave revolution in Haiti led by Le Toussaint. You know, I want to know more about my history, you know, and I cried because I don't know as much as I would like to know, you know, and I have the power to change that. I have the power to change that. So as we speak, I got a couple of books over here on the shelf that I will be taking a look at, you know. Hey, Sean Barker.
Welcome to Love Hers 808.
Yes, but I shed tears for myself in that I know that there's so much more I don't know.
Oh man.
That I need to know and want to know. And it's in me. It's in me, right? My DNA, but I want to know about it. So definitely makes you want to learn more about who you really are, who your ancestors, who our ancestors really were, you know, and also realize that just as much as, you know, there are generational and ancestral traumas that we are still working through, we also have garnered a lot of strength and resilience and just adaptability and the ability to make a way out of no way from those very same stories. And that's the part that isn't highlighted enough. That's the part that this movie brought to the surface, right? That despite all of what they were up against, love, the slave trade, all of that, but love and family and commitment and honor and integrity, you know, integrity, loyalty, all of those things came out of what they experienced and really helped them get through, what was happening in that time, that allows us to be here, you know, here and now. And history is so important.
Thank you.
She is, right? She is. She just so sapio. But I tell you, you know, so much gold.
Oh man,
so much gold. And what what we've triumphed through. You know, for
Yeah,
sure.
and what has been what they have tried to suppress for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can only suppress this information for so long. It's going to come out.
It has to.
It's gonna bust out of the
It has
seams
to. It has
because it
to.
has to. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way the people are going to heal. Because we got to know the whole truth. And I loved how they showed, oh man, the balance of the masculine and the feminine.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? The balance of the women and the men and how they came together and how they worked together. Because they had a men's warrior tribe that was right there backing the women warrior tribe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was just beautiful to see how they worked in unison together. And it was beautiful to see how when the king named her woman king, how they both sat down on that throne and they was like gangsters, I was like, that's when people started clapping, like, because this shit was just hard, and it wasn't about nothing sexual, nothing like that. It was just about these two need to be unified
in order,
because she sees what he doesn't see and he sees what she doesn't see, and together they can see the whole. Thank you. They do what, baby?
They see everything.
They see everything. You know what I'm saying? That I mean, I'm telling y'all, I know we gassing it out, but it's
we
true.
really not though.
It's true.
It really is that good. Gassing has
it's not gassing, right? We hyping it up.
Are
gas mean is not.
It
real.
deserves all the hype.
Right,
it deserves all the hype.
All the hype. Who we
you
got?
know. How they really formed a sisterhood.
Yes,
absolutely. Another amazing strength that came out of the experiences that our ancestors have had. This sisterhood, the kinship that we had to develop in order to survive. Because as we know, our families were torn apart as a result of the slave trade, and so we had to create connections, and that's where the sisterhood came from, and that's what helped many of us survive,
absolutely,
for sure. So great, just all around. I'm hoping we didn't spoil too much of the movie for you all, but we will put a spoiler alert on this in the comments so y'all know what it is. But please, your mission, if you choose to accept it, go check out The Woman King.
Yeah, man.
You will not be disappointed.
No. Yeah. Super dope.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all for joining
Thank
us
you.
with
Thank
another
you
episode
guys.
of Love Hers. 808. So stay tuned on our story. We're going to probably show some footage of us going to the movies again.
We're going to go see it again.
Don't be trying to show them the movie on the phone.
Well, that would be bootlegging, wouldn't it?
You done already snuck snacks in there. This don't belong in here. I'm just playing.
All right, y'all. We'll check out Brilliant Show today, ladies. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you. Thank y'all for joining us.
You're welcome, Jeanette. We'll see you soon.
All right.
All right. Take care.
Peace.
So just chill to the next episode.